Hello and welcome to my presentation of Module 8 of English for General Purpose Task. Today I'm gonna present it to you my task of Module 8 and my name is Bryan Hermanias. My student ID is 18141900061. My study program is Accountancy S1, S1, Faculty Economics and Business. My lecturer is Dr. Andes Budiantoro MA. My subject is English for General Purpose. So let's go. Module 8. Module 8. So here's the task. The task is for making a presentation in YouTube about the topics, and here's some topics. Number 1 is privacy, number 2 is ethics, number 3 is social media. Okay, let's go. Introduction. Indonesia is one of the countries that has the largest number of social media users in the world. Users such like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and other from Indonesia occupy a sizable portion of the total social media user. The hospitality of Indonesian citizens is indeed something to be proud of, but it seems like a different story in cyberspace or social media. The reason is that according to the 2020 Digital Civility Index or DCI survey made by Microsoft, the attitude of Indonesian netizens is actually ranked at the bottom of 32 countries in the world. DCI is an annual survey from Microsoft aimed at promoting safer, healthier, and more respectful online interaction among all people. In the survey, Microsoft asked thousands of respondents from various ages and different countries according to behavior, sexual, reputation, and personal or annoying categories. Next. This annual study of digital politeness is important to raise awareness and encourage positive interactions online, said Liz Thomas, Regional Digital Safety Lead Asia Pacific, Microsoft, quoted by Mashable. Broadly speaking, Indonesia ranked 29th out of 32 countries surveyed by Microsoft. We are only ahead of Mexico, DCI 76, Russia, DCI 80, and South Africa, DCI 81, in terms of online politeness in the survey. Singapore is the most polite Asian country in the survey, where they have a score of 59 and are in 4th place in the world after the Netherlands, Great Britain, and US. The reason is that Indonesia is considered impolite because of the high activity of Indonesian citizens who are exposed to negative things on the internet. You could say that negative content is the daily food of Indonesian netizen in cyberspace, including social media. These negative things are considered to erode the politeness of Indonesian netizen in cyberspace. The DCI report 69% of correspondents said that the most common action taken by Indonesian netizen when interacting in the cyberspace is to defend themselves in giving comments when treating others on social media. So I'm gonna explain the social media. So what is social media? The term social media refers to a computer-based technology that facilitates the sharing of ideas, thought, and information through virtual networks and communities. Social media is internet-based and give user quick electronic communication of content such as personal information, documents, video, and photos. User engage with social media via a computer, tablet, or smartphone, via web-based software or application, while social media is ubiquitous in America and Europe. Asian countries like Indonesia lead the list of social media usage. More than 4.5 billion people use social media as of October 2021. So, social media originated as a way to interact with friends and family, but was later adopted by business that want to take advantage of a popular popular new communication method reach out to customers. The power of social media is the ability to connect and share information with anyone on earth or with many people simultaneously. There are more than 3.8 billion social media users around the world. Social media is an ever-changing and ever-evolving field, with new apps such as TikTok and Clubhouse coming out seemingly every year. Joining the ranks of established social networks like Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram by 2023, the number of social media users in the United States is forecast to increase to approximately 257 million. Wow, this a lot. According to the Pew Research Center, social media users tend to be younger. Nearly 19% of people between the ages of 80 and 29 use at least one form of social media. Further, these users tend to be better educated and relatively wealthy, or earning over $75,000 per year. So, the second is, what is privacy? Privacy is a human right that has freedom of association, thought and expression, and freedom from discrimination. But it is hard to define. Different countries have different views, as do individuals. Okay, next. Broadly speaking, privacy is the right to be left alone or to be free from distraction or distractions. Information security is the right to have control over how your personal information is collected, and according to the International Association of Security Professionals, in much of the world, privacy is considered a human right. For example, citizens of the European Union have the right to dignity. They respect individuals' right to private life, to act without coercion, and to maintain control over their personal information. These aspects are so valuable that they are considered an integral part of EU society. Europe and much of the world have codified this right into law largely because of lessons from the past. A society cannot have freedom without privacy. This may seem like a luxury, but it is essential to the well-being of a free and just society. Throughout history, races and groups of people have been persecuted because of their characteristic, possessions, or beliefs. Government, powerful, business entities, criminal, and influential. Next. Organizations often speak to obtain personal information so that they can slander individuals and control or manipulate the masses. Security has become one of the shields used to protect people from unfair victimization. Next, privacy on social media. The moment you share something on social media, you are giving a part of your privacy. This isn't necessarily bad, but you do have to be aware of what information you are sending out into the world. Once this information can be found on the internet, it might just be available for everyone to read. Aside from that, many social media platforms are free to use the information posted by their users. So next. Anyway, a social media platform can sell, send, and data analyze your content at any time. That means that your private data suddenly isn't so private anymore. This entire section will focus on how you can ensure your privacy on different social media platforms. There is more and more talk in the media about the importance of our online privacy. This is a good thing, because the risks you run on the internet are endless. Many people know by now that Facebook has had its share of privacy scandals. Google is also known for collecting an awful lot of information about its users. Giant companies everywhere are preying on your information. Be careful, guys. Fortunately, there are some simple steps you can take to protect your online privacy. You could use alternative platforms. For example, local news might also work in your favor. If you live in the EU, European It is possible to make use of the right to be forgotten. Unfortunately, there are plenty of scams to be found on social media platforms like Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Cybercriminals always find new ways to fool people. So it is better to stay ahead of them. Okay? The best way to avoid getting scammed online is knowing what kind of scams to look out for from fake offers to phishing message to malware links. Plenty of dangers abound online, but being vigilant is key to staying safe. Next, to protect your privacy on social media, it is important to first check the terms and conditions of the social media platform you are using. Not every platform invades your privacy to the same degree. If you do decide to use the social media platform, think twice about everything you post. Because sometimes uploaded picture might seem private, but this can be deceiving. A lot of text, video, and pictures could be removed from your profile if you want, but that doesn't mean they're wholly gone from the internet. Okay, careful. So always double check the privacy setting of your social media. Since their big scandals, Facebook has made adjustment to their privacy setting. Users now have more insight into their data, and it has become easier to change or delete information. It is wise to check your option before you start using a social media platform extensively. Next, so the second is, what is ethics? Ethic is the where and how, the main branch of philosophy that studies value or qualities that becomes the study of moral standards and judgments. Ethic includes the analysis and application of concepts such as right, wrong, good, bad, and responsibility. Next, methodologically, not everything that evaluates that evaluates actions can be said to be ethical. Ethics requires a critical, methodical, and systematic attitude in reflecting. That's why ethics is science. As a science, the object of ethics is human behavior. However, unlike other sciences that also examine human behavior, ethics has a normative point of view. This means that ethics see from the point of view of good and bad human actions. As a branch of philosophy that deals with human behavior, ethics provide a standard or assessment of that behavior. Therefore, ethics is divided into 4 classifications, namely A. Descriptive ethics. Ethics that only explain what is without giving an assessment of the object being observed. Next, B. Normative ethics. Ethics that put forward an assessment of what is good and bad and what humans should do. C. Individual ethics. Ethics whose object is humans as individuals, related to the meaning and purpose of human life. And the last, D. Social ethics. Ethics that discuss human behavior as social beings and their interactions with other humans, both in the small scope, family, to the larger in the state. The above classifications confirms that ethics is closely related to judgment, because basically, ethics talks about human nature so that someone can be said to be good, wise, evil, moral, or so on. In particular, ethics is based on the principle of human as both subject and object, how humans behave or purpose for themselves and goals for the common good. Next, ethics on social media. Social media open up a new type of ethical space in which personal identities and communities, both real and virtual, are constructed, presented, negotiated, managed, and performed. Accordingly, philosophers have analyzed social media both in terms of their uses as vocalization technologies of the self by Bakarjieva and Gaden 2012 that facilitate the construction and performance of personal identity, and in terms of the distinctive kinds of communal norms and moral practices generated by social media. It is said by Parcel 2008. Ethic can be loosely defined as the right things to do, or it can be described as the moral philosophy of an individual or group and usually reflect what the individual or group views as good or bad. It is how they classify particular situation by categorizing them as right or wrong. Ethics can also be used to refer to any classification or philosophy of moral values or principles that guides the action of an individual or group. Ethical values are intended to be guiding principles that, if followed, could yield harmonious results and relationships. Okay, that's it. Thanks for watching my presentation, and I'll see you in the next video because I'm making other video about the other module task. So, bye.